What's going on, everybody? Triple Crown 24 back today. Time to show off some Miggy cards since I haven't done so in quite some time. I crossed the 2200 mark earlier this week, so I figured I'd show you a few of the more notable pickups I've had in recent memory. So looking forward to that. One quick note is that I'm actually going to be appearing as a guest co-host tonight on Beyond Cardboard, which is Baseball Collector's interview show, so I'll leave a link to his channel down below if you want to check it out. At 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we're talking to Blake Jamieson of the Topps Project 2020. Fantastic artist and very personable. He's very much immersed into the hobby. I see him on Twitter. I haven't really checked out how active he is on Instagram, but I imagine he is. On YouTube, he has his own channel, and he's been kind of interacting with a few members of our community that you're probably familiar with. And he's also got a pretty good presence on the Blowout forums, too. So really excited to talk to Blake. He's a tremendous gentleman who has some amazing work out there. So if you're interested in that, feel free to tune in tonight or go check out the archive if you are watching this on replay. So I had to make that plug here before I dive into the cards. So let's kick it off with a 2014 Topps Black. So these are numbered to 63 on the 2014 version. This is my fourth black border, and one of my goals for this year was to do the entire run of just the base flagship blacks as well as the golds. The golds will probably happen. I only need 06, 07, and 08. This one, it's got some work to do. I have this one plus 18, 19, and 20, so that's a lot of holes in there, but anytime I can see one, I just kind of jump on it. And in this case, this one was there at the right price, and I was very pleased when I woke up the next morning to see that my offer was accepted on it. And the same kind of goes with these next two. First one is this Bowman Platinum. I can't tell if this is orange or gold. It's kind of got like a copper look to it. But I can't remember what it is without referring to my checklist. But it is numbered to 25, and it is the parallel version, or one of the parallels to the 2018 Bowman Platinum, along with this card right here, which is really becoming one of my favorite cards, if not my favorite card, I would say, just because of how cool it looks. The foil fractor, 1 of 1. So usually when I acquire a 1 of 1 of a certain card, I become more aggressive in picking up the remaining parallels to complete a rainbow. Generally, I will just look for whatever the best deal is, but having the 1 of 1 definitely incentivizes me to be more selective in what I'm looking for. So right now, the 2018 Bowman Platinum is towards the top of my wish list. This is one of the lower numbered parallels, so it was nice to knock that one out. The most challenging one left for me to get will be the red numbered to 10. Here's the 2019 version of that card that I actually got in recently. So I'll be looking for a red version of the 18 to help me along with the rainbow. And then from there, I don't really think I have too much left. I know I need to get the blue, which is actually in my COMC port. So I have it, but I don't have it, if that makes sense. And then the green to 99 would be the only remaining card to complete that rainbow. So nice progress there, but hunting down the 1 to 25 was definitely a nice feeling to have. So I got lucky one time on a Raz and the Tigers group and got this really sweet Luminaries autograph numbered to 15. I cannot remember if I showed this one or not, but I'm going to show it again. I have the red version numbered to 10 that I had previously bought, so nice little pairing there. And really, I have not had much luck trying to win Miggy autographs in the Tigers group. There's been a few from the new Tribute that I have failed on. There's been a few nice Panini ones that I've really wanted, lost those. There's been a 5-star one that I lost, so it's been a rough go of things on that front, but hopefully my luck will turn sooner rather than later. And then some of the big boys we're starting to get into now. This was a deal that I was very excited to get, and seeing it more and more, just based on what the individual cards are going for, makes me feel much better about this purchase and how much I spent, because I was a little hesitant at first. But this is the Orange and Orange Wave Refractors from 2019 Topps, which this design is really, really growing on me in this image as well. It's definitely becoming one of my favorites. So these are both numbered to 25. Really solid looking cards. And paid like $30 for these two combined, which I thought was a pretty good price, being numbered to 25. Some of the Cabrera oranges were going for that alone when the product first came out, so I figured if nothing else, it was at least a fair price for those two. And not too long after, I got what is arguably one of my better steals I've ever had on a higher end Cabrera card, and that would be this bad boy right here. It is the 2019 Topps Chrome Red Refractor. Now, I did take extra precaution in protecting it. This is a 55-point magnetic to give it a little bit more space, and then I have the penny sleeve on top of it as well for added protection. But really beautiful. I really am starting to become a fan of the red refractors. This is only my second one. First ever Topps Red Refractor. My previous one was this 2010 Bowman Chrome. So the super refractor, unfortunately, of this card, I had a chance to buy when it first came out. It was actually pulled out of a one of those mega boxes that they had. I think you can still find some somewhere, but there hasn't been any here for a very long time. And the guy wanted like $500 for it because a red had sold for, I think it was $200, or it was a red wave. Either way, it was way too much, and then eventually he ended up selling it for probably double what I was willing to pay, so I just had to let it go. So that's a rainbow that will probably never be finished, but I'm a big fan of the red refractor regardless. And then this is the final pickup of the day. It would be the 2016 Topps Allen & Ginter Mini Wood. And that is a 1 of 1, centering not the best on the back, but when you look at the front of the cards, not the backs. So, and it's a 1 of 1, so you're not going to find another version of this one. I think this is a really cool pose. This is one of my favorite Cabrera Allen & Ginter cards. Not my favorite design, but just the pose it's clean. Some of the Ginter cards, he looks kind of goofy like he did in the 19 one. I'm not a big fan of that one. But the Wood Minis, it's one of the 101s I've wanted for some time that I've just never been able to, well, really track down because they don't pop up all that often. So this one popped up. There's actually a guy who is selling off pieces of his Miggys collection who I bought the orange refractors from 19. And this is one of the cards that he was selling. I believe it's to pay for his kids' college, which is an admirable cause and definitely willing to support him. The problem is that he has a lot of good stuff, and I don't have all the money to buy all of his good stuff. So a lot of people are getting some pretty good deals on some of his stuff, but I'm trying to pick up some of the pieces of his collection that he's willing to move here and there and put it in a good home. But this one right here is one of them that I was very excited to get in. So you can't go wrong with a 101, and always love displaying them in these tobacco-sized magnetics. So that's my mail today. I'll be sure to see you guys later tonight if you want to stop on by and see the interview that I do with Blake and Mike as well. I'm not interviewing Mike, but you get what I mean. Anyways, appreciate you guys watching. Stay safe. Have a good one.